guys want to fight where they started it. You're not responsible. Okay. Now, after you get into your tussle, have your parents ever told you, you need to be the bigger man? What do they even mean? I thought my parents wanted me to be heavier. I was like, be the bigger man? I don't understand what that has to do with my brother smacking me. I was like, but I'm going to go eat some Pizza Hut, be a bigger man. No, that's not what they mean. What they mean is to be a bigger man, to be a stronger man, is to have the strength to say, I am going to show forgiveness. I am going to show love. I am going to show grace to that person. Another example of Tom Bushy was telling me when that guy said he didn't like black people. I could have simply went, all right, time to be the small man and knock that guy out. I didn't do that because we need people in this world. We need people like you guys to be even stronger than I am. And one way of doing that is to have the strength to have the love and the compassion and the grace to give to people. Now, Captain America is my example, but he's a small example. And here's why. Did anyone see Captain America Civil War? All right. So what superhero did Captain America fight against? Iron Man, right? That's supposed to be his boy. And they tussling. But Captain America did something that he probably shouldn't have done. Do you guys know what he did that made Iron Man upset? That's one of the things. That wasn't necessarily too bad. What, anyone else? Yeah, that was a huge part of it. Captain America's best friend Bucky was mind control, and he ended up killing Iron Man's parents. So that's what made Iron Man mad. What made Iron Man mad was Captain America didn't tell him about it. So if I had a friend and I just happened to find out that they knew my parents were killed, I'd be like, bro, why didn't you tell me? And the worst part is when Iron Man said, do you know about this? Cap was like, no. Iron Man's like, dude, don't lie to me. Do you know about it? And he was, yeah. That set Iron Man off. So Captain America, who's a moral guy, who's a great guy, still my favorite hero. Even he isn't 100% perfect. Even he makes mistakes. Some of the, not just fictional heroes, but even real life heroes. I can think of Samson in the Bible. A strong guy, made a lot of mistakes. King David, he was known as the man after God's own heart. He made a lot of mistakes. There's so many people that made mistakes because we're not necessarily considered godly. We're ungodly. We're flawed. Okay? And the thing is, we need strength to overcome that flaw. I'll even be more specific. We need the strength to overcome sin. We need the strength to do the right things in our lives, even when our flesh and our natural instinct tells us to do the wrong thing. Even when my flesh tells me to punch that guy in the face, that's sin in me. And more than muscles, I want you guys to all say this with me. Muscles is not everything. Muscles are not everything.
Muscles are not everything.
Okay, so when you leave this place, your parents say, what did you learn? And you say, muscles are not everything. They're looking at you weird, but it's okay. But muscles are not everything. That is one facet of strength. That is one way to be strong, but it's not the true strength. It's not the way you're going to be stronger than me. Okay? The way to be stronger than me is to have the strength of character. The thing is, I don't think anyone, even Captain America, truly has it. Okay? We are without the strength to do that. But there is someone who does have it, who does have that strength. And besides from Captain America being my hero, I want to talk about my personal hero, who is Jesus. And here's what it says in Romans chapter 5. It says, for when we were still without strength, when we still didn't have the strength to overcome our weaknesses, when we didn't have the strength to refrain from lying, when we didn't have the strength to look at someone in a way we shouldn't be looking at them, when we didn't have the strength to do the right thing when no one was watching, God, Jesus, was the bigger man. He showed a strength even greater than our weakness. So when we messed up and we actually sinned, not just against each other No, but you'll be super strong. So here's the this is kind of the bad news. You still can't do it. Even though I gave you the blueprint to say, this is what you honor me, you have to be godly. You have to be this perfect person to have the strength to overcome sin. The reality is, you can't do it. I can't either. But Jesus has done it, and he gives us the strength by his grace to do it. So I need one more example. This is kind of scary. I don't know if this will work. So bear with me. I need something small. You're small? That's the smallest kid. No offense. Yeah, thank you like Captain America. Alright, I need one more. I need a big kid. I'll let that person. Okay. So, everyone here of bench pressing, right? Bench pressing. Okay. I'm going to try to bench press this young man. Okay. You're going to be my spotter. So what that means is you're going to be behind me while I'm laying down benching him. At any point where I feel like I'm going to drop him, you're going to make sure I don't drop him. Because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay? So, I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty sure I won't drop him. So, I'm going to go down like this. And you're going to lay across me like that. And I'm going to bench press you. Let's see. Yep, you're good. You're good. Yep, you're good. So now, let me see. All right. That's pretty good. All right. Let's see if I can get it. You're so
Get rigid, boy, get rigid.
Alright, this ain't gonna work. Alright, we'll do a different thing. Oh, I got an idea. You get on my back. Alright? Now I'm gonna push you up. So here's what's cool. In an ideal world when we're doing this, someone will be with me making sure he doesn't fall off, right? So that's a spotter right there. The moment I'm getting tired, he can actually lift him up a little more to pull some of that weight off of me. So that's what we do at the gym. And what's crazy is, yeah, there we go, he feels lighter. So the moment I'm like, oh, I can't do anymore, he lightens it. The moment where I can't even lift myself up, he can take him completely off. And I'm like, oh, good, I'm perfect. So when I get, yes, that's perfect, thank you. So, hey, good job. Thank you. So, here's what's crazy. When you work out, that's what God does for us. He's our spotter. So if I'm lifting weights more than I can bear, and I can't take any more, the spotter takes less. He puts the more I can't take, the more the spotter will take off of me to help me. And what's crazy is that's what God does for us. The Bible says he would never give us more than we can bear. What that means is he actually does give us way more than we can bear. Whether it's trials, adversities, problems, he gives us so much so that we have no choice to say, I don't have any more strength. I'm going to need your help. And he actually helps. The Bible says when we are struggling, his grace is sufficient for us because his power is made perfect in our weakness. So when we're in our weakest point, when we're like, I can't do the right thing. Lord, I'm struggling with this temptation. Lord, I'm struggling trying to forgive this person. When you come to God with your weakness, he, as your spotter, will say, you're okay. I got you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. And that's what he does with our trials, our tribulations, and our sin, which is the weight that we have sometimes more than we can bear. Jesus uses that in his sovereignty to say, now I'm going to show you how strong I am. And in the process of it, just like working out, we actually get stronger through that. And then when we go through that, sometimes God puts more weight than what we had previously, but that God allows us to exercise some spiritual muscles. So I can go back and say, I hope I pass this test. But you know what? I remember 3 weeks ago, we had an exam. I prayed and asked God for help, and He helped me through that. Now, I have that in my spiritual muscles say, I'm going to trust in God that what He did for me yesterday, He's the same God that's going to help me today. He's the same God that's going to help me tomorrow. And those are spiritual muscles that we can constantly get stronger as we go through sin, as we go through trials, as we go through tribulation. And then here's what's crazy. God will use us to then spot someone else who's going through an issue. And I can say, just God brought me through that problem, and I'm here to testify He's going to help you go through whatever you're going through. Because that's how strong He is. And so, when you're trying to be stronger, to be not just stronger physically, but stronger spiritually, stronger emotionally, so we can be loving, forgiving, gracious, godly, so we can exercise the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. All these things are impossible in our own strength, but Jesus said, that's okay. I am here. I am with you. There's a verse in Joshua where it says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not fear. Why does He say all that? He answered that. He said, don't fear, don't be afraid, because I am with you, the Lord God, wherever you go. And so my encouragement to you guys is to give your life to the Lord, to say, acknowledge that you are weak, that we are imperfect, and yet acknowledge that God has took care of that on the cross over 2,000 years ago. He is inviting you guys to join Him, to be with Him, to put your life here, trust in Him, and I want you to see how strong you become with not your strength, but really Him in you, showing Himself strong. So that's what I have for you today.
Hey!